Right now, though, more importantly, we have got actress Judy Greer on the phone. Judy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am amazing. How are you?
I am good. I was watching some interviews with you yesterday, doing some research.
Oh, dear.
And I thought, you are so fun. Like, you just seem excited anytime somebody talks to you. You're like, yeah, this is awesome.
I think it's like leftover from high school when no one talked to me, so I'm always still so excited.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, we've got a lot to talk about, too. Here's the thing. Like, you are super prolific. You're doing everything all the time, it seems like.
Yeah. I've been busy lately. It's been fun. My agents keep saying these are high-class problems. That's what they always say on the phone. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be in two places at once?
Yeah, those are just bad managers, Judy. Those are the guys that are like, hey, I'm booked.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, I'm booked at 2 events at once, guys. Like, well, that's a high-class problem, Judy. That's what they're going to tell you. You're going to have like you're going to have Lindsay Lohan type problems. They're going to say those are A-list problems, Judy.
Right? I wish. I'm too old for that stuff. I just get too tired. Like, I can't really commit to all the drugs because it's just too exhausting.
It's too much of a commitment. I understand that. So, in the past, you've done it. People know you from you've been on every TV show ever. You've also done 27 Dresses, Wedding Planner, What Women Want, all sorts of movies and stuff. And,
I do love a romantic comedy.
Yes, don't we all? What are you most known for, you think? Like, when you go out on the street and people recognize you or people talk to you, what's your biggest thing that people always know about you?
It always depends on, like, where I am in the country, or the world, actually. In South America, people love them some Wedding Planner. But here in Los Angeles, and, like, probably it's Arrested Development.
Okay.
And then kind of, like, I get a lot of, like, 27 Dresses and Wedding Planner and What Women Want still, even though they came out a while ago. Like, people really love those movies.
Yeah, the kind of people that would really love those movies are the kind of people that will remember you and consider you a friend for the rest of their lives.
Yes, and they watch them over and over, because I know with my favorite movies, I watch them over and over and over and over and over, and, like, I can recognize, like, a little tiny, like, one-line character from a movie.
That's awesome. Before we move on to, all the stuff that's coming up, let's talk about the stuff you've got going on right now. We've got Glen Martin DDS. Let's tell people a little bit about that.
Yes, that's premiering. Our second season premieres tomorrow night, and it's a stop-motion half-hour comedy. It's a family comedy, but it's kind of maybe a little bit more geared towards adults. I just love making this show. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had, and it's just really because of the scripts come in every single week that are so funny. You can't even believe you're allowed to say that stuff. And I love that. And I also love the cast so much, like Kevin Nealon and Catherine O'Hara and Jackie Clark and Peter Oldring, and we just have the best time, and we get the best guest stars. I mean, we've had, like, the most amazing guest stars. We've had Fergie and Billy Idol and Betty White and MC Hammer and Bryan Cranston and Ty Burrell and Kristen Bell and Jim Parsons, and just, like, I wish it's insane.
That's
like, when I go to the table reads, Sean Hayes it's insane.
That's a who's who of, like, what the hell? It's like you've got Betty White on one end and MC Hammer on the other.
Oh, I know. It's the best. It's the best.
That's awesome. What else is going on for you other than Glen Martin DDS? What else do you have going on?
Well, so I had a movie come out last weekend called Marmaduke, which, if you have kids, is probably on your radar a little bit, hopefully. And then I think in the fall, this movie's coming out called Love and Other Drugs with Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway, and Ed Zwick directed it. And it takes place, I think, that would be the early 90s when Viagra first came out onto the market.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with those days.
And Jake Gyllenhaal plays a pharmaceutical sales rep who is peddling Viagra. And it's really funny, but I think I haven't seen the full movie cut together yet, but to me, on the page, it felt a little like a coming-of-age story, like guy to man, not like boy to guy, but like, so it's beautiful. And then, and I did other stuff, too. Oh, yeah, I did The Descendants with Alexander Payne and George Clooney and Beau Bridges, and this really fun movie called Jeff Who Lives at Home with Ed Helms and Jason Segel.
And you are that's what I'm saying, like, you are rocking it here. I mean, I was like, looking, that's usually what I do. When somebody says, hey, do you want to have this person on your show? I'm thinking like, oh, cool, she's done this, she's awesome. And then I like to look and see what you have coming up. And it's like, you've got all these movies with, like, huge stars, and you're always, like, right up in the, like, main core cast.
I know. Lucky me. I'm knocking on wood right now because I don't want that to change.
Yeah, those crappy managers of yours are doing something right now.
They're not crappy. I never said that.
They're gonna find out about this. What about The Descendants? Working with George Clooney. I know that's like a lot of women's dream thing.
Yes.
Like, what was it like to work on a project with him?
Well, it was my second one, so it was even better than the first time, I will say. I did a movie with him a long time ago called Three Kings, which was, gosh, I guess we tried to figure out like 12 years ago. And then this is really fun because it was much more meaty role for me.
That's awesome.
Even though I didn't get to, in Three Kings, we had a love scene, if you call it that. And in this one, I was just kind of upset. But that was fun, too. But at least I wasn't as nervous, because, gosh, if I had to go to work and, like, that was my first time working with him, like, I don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Lots of stuff going on for Judy Greer. We'll check out all the new movies, but also we'll check out Glen Martin DDS, and we'll check out Marmaduke in theaters right now. Judy, it's been great talking to you, and hopefully you'll call and be on the show again when one of these movies comes out. We'd love to talk to you again.
I would love to. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Fire those managers, Judy.
No.
I'm kidding. Have a great morning, and thanks for being on the show. Oh, Jude, I just hung up.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.